Welcome to the Sykes Company PA video blog.
We're often asked what are the benefits of the ARCS assessment that Sykes Company does. So Kathy, how would you begin answering that question, please, for our potential clients?
Well, the first thing we like to do is get copies of your prior year tax returns in your QuickBooks file. We find that very helpful in determining the level of integrity within the QuickBooks file, the reconciliations of the various accounts, as well as the ability to compare the QuickBooks file to the prior year tax returns. That information helps us determine the best conversations to begin with you on where you are in your store and how we can best assist you going forward.
And of course, once we get those accounting books and records, and of course, most of the time they're QuickBooks files, either QuickBooks Desktop or an invitation to QuickBooks Online. What happens if they are not using QuickBooks? What processes do we take at that time?
Let's just say you're using Sage or Creative Solutions or another software package. Some software packages we're able to get a backup copy and work with those with the intention of converting you over to a QuickBooks Desktop or QuickBooks Online environment. If not, then we would get copies of specific reports that would allow us to look at that deep dive information on the various accounts on your balance sheet and the general ledger coding, just to see how things are managed in that information.
And you may often hear us talk about this term deep dive. What that really means is we're taking this information that's on these accounting files, books and records that we get, and we're digging down into both the cash, the third-party receivables, the inventory, the fixed assets, the payables, the notes payable, and obviously the equity section. We want to make sure that the balance sheet information that you have on those within your accounting books and records is adequate to provide you really accurate information as far as the profit and loss schedule is concerned. Because if receivables and inventory and payables and notes are not tied in, if you're not taking depreciation, if you have amortization on files perhaps you've bought in the past or something of that nature, if these adjustments are not being made on a monthly or periodic basis, then what you've got in your QuickBooks sometimes can really literally be just a checkbook itself, listing receipts and disbursements. And that doesn't really give you a good indication of where you stand with that pharmacy. We also then take that information and compare it back over to the tax returns that we receive. We like to get the last 2 years copies of the pharmacy returns and hopefully the proprietors or owners returns as well, so we can see how and when and if that information ties back into the tax returns. And also those tax returns tell us really a boatload about other issues and matters that you may have on those returns, whether your reporting accrual should have been cash or vice versa, whether there are other issues there like Section 263A, which is uniform capitalization issues from the past, although that's changed effective the 1st of 18. So there's a lot of issues that we can dive into. For example, if you're a compounder and if you've not been taking domestic production activity deduction, we still have a couple of years we can go back and amend tax returns. But we take all of the information along with the accounting information that we find and the notes that we make and then get you on a video call. And you don't have to have a video camera. You just need to be in front of a PC. We'll send out an invitation in a GoToMeeting format. And then when you're in front of that computer, you're able to see what we have on our screen, and we're able to mark up and draw all over that information as we go through that conference call, video call with you. That call typically lasts anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour. And we go through on an intensive basis what we are seeing, good, bad, and indifferent on the accounting information as well as the tax data. And also by asking you a lot of questions about your pharmacy and vice versa, you to us, we sometimes can determine what the best course of actions could be from subsequent to that review. So that's essentially what our ARCS assessment is. And Kathy, is anything you want to add to that?
Sometimes there are vendors that we've been introduced at various conferences that we can provide you contact information with, vendors that we feel might benefit you in your store, or letting you know of specific tax changes or issues that you might not be aware of that could affect you as you move forward. We like the opportunity of getting you on the video conference call. As Ollin said, it gives us a platform to talk to you face to face. It gives us that opportunity to engage in a meaningful conversation with you, to find out what your wants, wishes, needs, and desires are, why you called Sykes Company, how we can help you moving forward. It's a tremendous benefit for both sides.
And as you complete watching this video, which is under the RX assessment section of our Sykes-CPA.com, if you just click on the link there, RX assessment, at the top left-hand side of our webpage, it'll lead you down into detailed instructions about how to upload that information we're talking about here, both the tax returns and the accounting file information. It gives you the ability to kind of do it on a step-by-step process. And when you do this, we get automatic notification of that. And typically within a short number of business days, we're back with you lining up that call to go through that information. So that's essentially the RX assessment process and the value proposition we have to offer. And even if you decide not to engage us for any particular reason, going forward, you will learn a tremendous amount about your pharmacy you did not previously know. And we believe it's a real value proposition offered to you. So we appreciate you listening to this video and look forward to talking to you as you complete the RX assessment process. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.